I'm looking for somebody like Marcus Rashford to really just go at this weekend, right? If Wayne Rooney embodied the Manchester United persona, we need like a local boy, somebody that's just represented his national team, somebody to really go out there, to help the likes of Bruno Fernandes and the 20-year-old Højlund up front. So we'll see what happens, but it can be intense. It really needs both of them to really go at it.
Janusz, where's the Marcus Rashford from last season gone?
Yeah, we're all looking for him, right? Yeah, as I said, I mean, the problem I have, it's easy to say it's the consistency, but I think it's just the mentality. There's a softness in there that Erik Ten Hag, who's not a soft manager himself, has to find. And that's on him. I mean, we've been complimentary of Erik Ten Hag for a long time, but now is the time where we can have a go. Just like any manager, you have to make your players better. It's not necessarily in terms of skill, because he does have that, but he has to light a fire under Rashford, because he needs to play all the time, not just when things go his way. And, we've been talking about it for a couple of days on our show about that it seems to me that if the environment is perfect for Marcus Rashford, then he plays well. We saw that last season when things were going well. When they're not, he doesn't. And again, you can compare that to Wayne Rooney, right? Because no matter what the environment, he played the same way. So I think this is what you need from him. I wouldn't necessarily give up on him just yet, but I think it's Ten Hag's job to challenge him. And if he doesn't answer that challenge, don't let him mope. Put him on the bench.
And maybe a game like Manchester City can bring out the best in Marcus Rashford. And whether he is or isn't among the goals, someone that United fans, Luis Miguel, are looking to get among the goals is Rasmus Højlund. 20 years old, 64 million he cost, 64 million pounds. He was injured at the start. Do you think it'll come good from him sooner rather than later? Or might we still have to wait a little bit before we see him at his best?
We might have to wait a little bit, maybe even a whole season, MD, because like you said, he's 20 years old and the team itself is not necessarily giving him what he wants. I mean, you mentioned the numbers and the price that they paid, and unfortunately, that already sets a pressure on the young striker. No goals in the Premier League right now, right? And it's nearly November. Granted, like you said, he was injured at the beginning, but then I start to think, certain expectations come to age. And what would have happened if United maybe paid more attention to other strikers like Kolo Muani or Osimhen or Lautaro Martinez or even Santiago Jimenez, who maybe would have costed less than this player right now? I think it's okay to be patient with him, but I wouldn't necessarily expect him to really get out of it until maybe even next season. I mean, look at Darwin Núñez and Julian Alvarez. It still took them a little bit. So I'm sure it's going to be the same with him.
Okay, I'm going to see how quickly I can wrap this up. Knowing that you both like a story, and as do I, I'm going to give you a task here. I simply want a scoreline, and if it's going in favour of one of the two teams in the Manchester Derby, who that's for. Nothing else. Janusz Michallik, go.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a story about this Polish team that used to play in Scotland, if you don't mind. 3-1 Manchester City.
Okay, Luis Miguel. Listen. One score, one team.
3-1.
I don't need that. I'm
3-1 Man City too.
You're both agreeing. Come on.
Yes.
Let him speak. Don't interrupt him. You're taking time away from him.
The irony overload is magnificent.
It's
today.
ridiculous.
Thank you to Luis Miguel. Thank you to Janusz and his tall tales. We will do this all again on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. ESPN FC Live, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and ESPN FC every single day on ESPN+.
Bye, Lewis. It was a pleasure chatting with you.